All right, we are going into November. Well, technically, it is already November. It is already November 2021. So today, I'm here to show you my world records and other speedruns that I've done so far going into November. So I've been signed up to speedrun.com since March 11th. I'm going to show you that. See, March 11th, 2021. Member since March 11th, 2021. 213 runs, 4 comments. 36 hours and 47 minutes on speedrun.com. First run, April 6th. Most recent run, yesterday. And I'm going to show you all my world records and stuff. So Dadish won. Second place, first place. First place for World 4 Mobile 100%. First place for 100% All Worlds on Possum mode for Dadish 1. I was really proud of that world record. That's a really good time. 30:31. Wow. Fifth place, 426 in Possum mode, 100%. Second place, third place. First place in Radish mode also. First place in Possum and Radish mode, 100% for Dadish 1. Wow, got them both. Got both 100% world records for both Radish and Possum mode. Wow. Fourth place for any percent Possum mode, 27, 30, 37. Second place used to be first place. I used to be first place for any percent Radish mode. Now I'm second, but I was first place at one point. I was first place also in Monto Mountain 100% Radish mode, but now I'm second. Avril Woods, 13th place out of like 26. Second place in Monto Mountain. I used to be first, now I'm second. 12th place, Avril Woods, any percent Possum. Second place in World 4 any percent. Used to be first place, now I'm second. Strando Beach, 100% Radish mode, second place. I used to be first, but now I'm second. 13th place, 638 in Radish mode. Radish mode, any percent. I was 5th place at one point in the Strando Beach, but all of a sudden, a ton of people started running it. It's like crazy. World records in WrestleMania 19. Wow. King of the Ring, World Tag Team Championship, pin 550. Second place. 532, first place, pin Tag Team Championship. Grand Slam, King of the Ring, pin 2615. I used to have the world records for both King of the Ring Tag Team and King of the Ring World Tag Team Tables. I used to have world records, now I'm second place. World records for all King of the Ring submissions. World record in 10-man Royal Rumble, 3 minutes and 55 seconds. I was really proud of that time. Really proud of that time. I got the first ever sub 4 minutes. First ever sub 4 minutes. I'm beating 5 other people in that category. First place in 20-man Royal Rumble, first ever sub 9, 8:48 to be exact. I'm only beating one other person. Only one other person has done it. And in first place out of 8 competitors in Royal Rumble for the 30-man Royal Rumble. Holy. First place out of 8 competitors in 30-man Royal Rumble. Jesus. I'm really, really talented in wrestling and fighting games. Jesus. As you can see. 536, second place out of 4 in King of the Ring Championship pin. I used to be first, but now second. King of the Ring World Heavyweight Championship, first out of 4, 549. And then another wrestling game, WWF Warzone. Challenge mode, Counouts 2355, first place. No countouts, second place. I used to be first, now I'm second. Fourth place, I got a better time in Eugenia Corp. I got a better time than that. Second place in Dadish 2 any percent. That's not my top time. That is not my top time. I'm still second place, but it's just not my top time. My top time right now is 41:55, which is only 10 seconds away from world record. But I'm still second place. Second place in Kodo Swamp. I used to be first. And that's not my top time either. I'll show you my top times when I get to the unverified. The Final World in Dadish 2, second place. I used to be first for 100%, but now I'm second. That is not my top time either. I was the first ever person to ever speedrun Dadish 2 100%. And at the time, I was the only person who had speedrunned it at a time of 1:03:36. But then somebody beat me, and he has a time of 53 minutes. But now I got a much faster time. I got a time of like 50:08 or something. So I actually got the world record back. So I actually hold the world record in that category currently. I'm second place in any percent, and I'm first place in 100%. I have never been first place for Dadish 2 any percent. I've been first place in Dadish 1 Radish mode any percent. I hold all the 100% world records in Dadish 1 and 2. I hold world records in Dadish 1 for Possum and Radish, and I hold 100% for Dadish 2. Like, geez, I've cleaned out all the 100% categories in both games. Holy jeez. SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. First place. 352 10-man, 13:19 for 30-man. You can't really do much better than that. 8:38 for 20-man. You can do better than that, but it's not exactly optimized. 13:01. I'm first place for the PlayStation 2 in King of the Ring, but there's a faster time on another system. But for PS2, I'm in first place for King of the Ring. I'm only facing one other person. But I'm really talented in fighting games. In WWF Warzone, there is 6 people in total that have speedrunned it. And I'm basically beating everyone. So, yeah. The person who's beating me in the no countouts, I'm beating him in the countouts. So, yeah. We're basically beating everyone. Like, geez. 23rd out of like 35 or whatever, and we play for charge any percent. A second place and a first place. I used to be first place for the win a game, but now I'm second. I beat him, and then a couple of hours later, he beat me. So, first and a second. 8 minutes and 2 seconds in Mushroom Cup. 191st place, 133rd. 235, 41.15 for All Cup. Star Cup 955. 802 for Mushroom Cup. 8th place and the 6th place for Royal Rumble Super Nintendo. In the tournament, I'm beating one other person. In the Royal Rumble, I'm not beating anybody. I'm really good at wrestling games, but yet I'm almost like next to last in both categories. Jeez. But as you can see, I have a lot of wrestling records. Warzone, SmackDown vs. Raw, WrestleMania. 11 exit, glitchless. 1458, 1031st place out of like 1,235 people or something that submitted to that category. So I'm still beating a lot of people, at least. 637, Mario All-Stars, any percent. 2729. In Warpless All-Stars, 78th place. ATV 2, Off-Road Fury 2. That was my first ever real speed run that I did of that game on that cup. I got 9th place, but there's actually only 9 people submitted. So yeah. Aladdin, any percent. Oh shit. Aladdin, any percent, 90th place, 1923. 90th place out of 167 or something that's submitted to the leaderboard. Yeah, there's a lot of people submitted to the leaderboard. A lot. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. I'm not that good at this Donkey Kong game. And I've only speedrunned it like 4 times or something. 1 hour, 36 minutes and 17 seconds. 231st place. There's about 265 people. TMNT, 49th place. Easy mode. Any percent. Leonardo. 31:42. I actually got a better time, but I haven't. Yeah. But I did kind of get a better time. 49th out of like 65th place. Cool Spot, any percent easy. 7th place, which means I'm last because there's only 7 including me. The first and second place in this category, they're extremely talented runners. The first and second place position are very, very talented players. Like, very talented runners. So, yeah, it's hard. Even though that there's only 7 people. 1751 in Mario 2. All-Stars, 56th place. Donkey Kong Country #1 for the SNES, all stages, 179th out of like 210. 4653. Mario 3, 1614, 344 out of like 365, I think. No Wrong Warp. UFC Throwdown, I'm the only speedrunner. I was the one who came up with the idea of making it a speedrun on a leaderboard. I came up with the idea, but I wasn't personally, physically the one who created it. I didn't physically create it. I suggested it to someone and he created it for me. But I came up with the idea. So I'm first place. Championship mode 256. Pride FC Grand Prix easy mode. That's not my top time, and I'm not in second place. I am actually in first place. My world record run has just not been verified yet. Yeah, my world record run hasn't been verified yet, so actually, I'm going to show you my better time. 33rd out of like 38th in Harry Potter. Madagascar Karts. All Trials. 100cc. 2418. First place. I'm the only one who did that exact category. And as you can see, another wrestling game. Another wrestling game. Man, that's four wrestling games that have world records in. And there's 2 other people on this leaderboard. There's 2 other people in this category that I'm facing. I'm in first place. 48.81 seconds. Jeez. King of the Ring. Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 4 for the 3DS version on any percent. 1 hour and 51 seconds in-game time. In-game time. That means I'm first place on the 3DS version. There's 4 other people that's on the leaderboard in that category. 4 other people that I'm basically going up against in that category. So wow, I'm first out of 5 in that. Yeah, geez, look at all the fighting games. First in Pride FC, first in UFC, first in Street Fighter, first in WWF Attitude, Warzone, SmackDown vs. Raw, and WrestleMania 19. Jeez. Rocky for the GameCube, Spider Rico. No, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Apollo Creed 1, Apollo Creed 2, Billy Snow. Billy Snow 124, that's really good. 140, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 147. ATV, all 3 of these categories, I'm the only person. But hey, I was the only one to think of it. I was the only one who took the time to do it. So there you go. ATV versus MX, first place and second place. In the first place category, I'm the only one. And third place, there's only 2 other people besides myself. But we're close. We're neck and neck. I'm only a second behind the leader in the lap. Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube. Third place. Now, many of these categories that is now second place used to be first. A lot of these categories that are now second used to be first at one point. And yes, and basically every category that almost every category that I've gotten a world record in Soul Calibur. I've beaten one other person. There are a few categories where I'm the only person, but yeah. I've got a total of 15 world records in Soul Calibur. 15 world records in total in Soul Calibur. I'm down to only 7 now. Out of the 15 world records that I've gotten, I beat somebody else in 10 of those categories. So yeah, it has a lot of competition. There's like 60 players. There's a lot. There's a lot of players. Rocky and Soul Calibur. That is 2 individual levels. Some of the levels, World 2, Level 8, and World 2, Level 7, I used to be world record in those, but not anymore. 3rd place, 2nd place. In 4-7, I am world record holder in 100% and any percent. I'm actually tied for the world record in 4-7 any percent, but it just hasn't been verified yet. That's why it says 2nd place, because my top time hasn't been verified yet. But I'm actually tied for world record in any. So yeah, I still have a world record in both those. TMNT, Bite Me, All Is Forgiven, and Ninjas in the Crypt. I'm 1st place for all those. I'm the only person who took the time to do it. So, normal mode and hard mode, level 1 and level 2. Those aren't my top times, but I have the world record. I am facing one person in each of those categories. I'm facing one person in each of those categories. So yeah, there's some competition. Frogger, he's back. Retro level 1, 54 seconds. 3rd place. There's only 2 other people. So yeah. But hey, 54 seconds, that's pretty good. My goal was to, my end goal was basically to do it in sub-minute. My end goal was to do it in sub-minute, so I accomplished my goal. Dadish, individual levels, 5th out of 18 in level 1. Level 2, I'm tied for the world record with 20 other people in Possum mode, and in Radish mode, I'm tied with many other people. My top time for Possum is 2760, and for Radish mode, it's 2780. World record in level 12, and then the other category, 2nd place. Level 14, 3rd. I used to be 1st. Now I'm 3rd. Level 32, I was at one point 1st. Now I'm 3rd. Level 33, 2nd. I used to be 1st. Now 2nd. 2nd place in any percent. Level 35. Level 35, 100%. I used to be 1st, but now I'm 2nd. Level 37, any and 100. I used to be 1st, but now I'm 2nd. There's another category of level 37 I did that I'm in 5th. Level 38, 59790. Any percent. I used to be 2nd, now I'm 3rd. And any percent, 100% 2nd. Used to be 1st, but now I'm 2nd. Mario Sports Mix, Super Mario Bros. Wii. I used to be first place in all 4 of these categories, but a person beat them. And now here are my top times. Here are my top times for a lot of the categories. As you can see, Dadish 2, any percent, normal mode, 41:55. The world record is 41 minutes and 44 seconds. So I'm like 11 seconds behind, basically. I'm second place out of 4 people. There's 4 people in that category. Third place, 5 minutes and 12 seconds, Eugenia Corp, for 100%. Third place out of like 7 or 8. Kodo Swamp, 100%. 10:23, second place. And here's my top time for 100% Dadish 2. Here's my top time, and that is the top time because it is world record. World record 100% Dadish 2. 50 minutes and 8 seconds. Wow. So as you can see, I'm cleaning out the 100% categories for Dadish. And here's my top time for any percent 47. 54:20. I am tied with the world record. I am tied with the world record. And here's my top time for Eugenia Corp. 4:39. 4:39 in that. And Kodo Swamp 8:42. I'm about 4th or 5th in that. Dadish for the Nintendo Switch. The other ones were for mobile. This one is for Nintendo Switch. 11 seconds, 27, 8, 9. All of these are first place. All of these are world records. All 15 of these are world records. The Dadish Switch. There are some categories that I can't beat the world record for, but the ones that I've submitted, all of these are I have world record in so far. In most of these categories, I'm facing at least one other person. Basically, each of these categories, I'm against one other person. So, yeah. Most of them, anyways. And here's my top times in Fantastic Four. And then here's my top time in Pride FC, like I basically said. 3:10. 3 minutes and 10 seconds, which beats the world record by 16 seconds. Because the other guy that I'm facing, he has a 3:26, and I got a 3:10. It took me a lot of tries to beat him. Even though I'm facing one other person, well, he's good. He's talented at UFC games. He's really good at UFC games. He certainly has a talent for UFC games. He's freaking talented. So beating him is nothing to sneeze at, really. Even if he's the only one doing that UFC game, it's nothing to sneeze at. Like, he's no joke in UFC games. He's good. But I beat him by 16 seconds. It took me a lot of tries. A lot of attempts. So many attempts. WWF Attitude, another world record for WWF Attitude. Career mode, European Championship. 1 hour and 45 minutes and 46 seconds. And it is a world record. And I am the only person. To do it. So another world record in a wrestling game. Jeez. all the games I follow. I have 35 games submitted on this. Statistics. I did 213 runs. I submitted 35 games to this. I have gotten a world record in 18 of those games. Out of the 35 games that I've submitted to the leaderboards, I've gotten at least one world record in 18 of those games. 18 out of 35 games I've got a world record in. None of them are very popular, but still world record nonetheless. World record in 18 of them. 11 of those are full game world records. 11 of those games that I got world records in are full runs. The other 7 are individual levels. And I got in total of, get this, 108 world records. 108 world records. As you can see, I don't have anywhere near that many world records right now. But that's because a lot of my world records that I've gotten have been beaten by someone. So a lot of those 108 world records that I've got have been beaten by someone. Right now, I currently have 75 world records. I have 75 current world records and about 33 that have been beaten by other people. The 108 world records I've gotten, 33 of those have been beaten by someone else, and 75 of them are current world records. Only 55 of the world records that I've gotten are that I still have are verified. The other 20 are not. So yeah. 108 world records, former and or current. 75 current ones. That's a lot. Like, wow. I've gotten 40 world records in the full game category, and I've got 68 individual level world records. 40 full run world records and 68 individual level world records. So, wow. And right now I have 27 full game world records, and the other 48 are individual levels. So, I got a lot. I definitely got a lot. About 55 of the world records that I've gotten are in wrestling and fighting games. I'm going to show you some of the categories. Look at that. A lot of people. 1349, 1353, 1412, and 1417. So 4 of us have done it in under 15 minutes. Only 2 of us have done it in under 14. 21 minutes, 17, 15, and 15. First place out of 8. Us four people are the only people who have gotten world records in this category at some point. Alex at one point did have world record, Leon as well, and Micron was the world record holder in this category up until 4 months ago. 4 months ago was when I got this time. It actually took me many runs to actually beat this guy. Probably took me about 15 runs to beat him. And I got a much faster time. Like Jesus. Wow. First place out of 6. And as you can see, I'm winning by a lot. I'm definitely winning by a lot. First one to get a sub 4. Drake used to have the world record for this category, and so did Versace. I don't really know how to pronounce the name. He used to have the world record for this category until I came along. And then Drake did it too. Drake is amazing. He's an amazing wrestling gamer. He's no friggin' joke. He is no friggin' joke when it comes to wrestling games. Yeah, look, he's beating me. 448 for King of the Ring. Like, that's crazy. You can't really get much faster than that. I used to hold the world record. He's talented. He's a skilled runner in wrestling games, man. He's like no joke. I'm beating him in this though. He could beat me easily though. He's freaking talented. If you ask me, I would say he's basically, in a lot of ways, the most skilled wrestling gamer of all time. Like, he has a lot of friggin' world records in wrestling games. A lot. First place in that. First place in that. Yeah, he's talented. Second place position, he's really good. He is really good at Dadish. A very, very talented Dadish player. First place. And second place out of 6. The first place guy, he's really, really good. Like, really, really good. All right. And again, that's not my top time. But still, I'm still in second, nonetheless. Yeah, second place out of 4. And I'm actually first place in that, but again, just hasn't been verified. Any percent? Yeah, as you can see, first place out of 5. Man. anyways, that's it. Yeah. That's all I have for you. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, catch you in the next.